my aim was
Yes.
that we have as many jobs for Indians as possible.
Right.
Not just officers, but also ratings.
Right.
So we progressed from bulkers to VLCCs,
Right.
to LPGs,
Right.
chemical carriers,
Okay.
and LNGs. But LNGs, of course, we had some ratings,
Right.
very few officers.
Right.
Finally,
Right.
we started having chief officers on LNG.
Right.
But at that stage, I called it a day.
Yes.
And I must say that sailing days, when I was sailing, that I stopped sailing in 1988,
Right.
and I would say that seafarers were quite tough,
Right.
and the quality that you had on board, quality of officers and crew that you, particularly officers that you had on board, was of high caliber.
Right.
But later on, I realized that since very many professions have opened up for
Yes.
young people,
Right.
the shipping industry, they don't get the best.
Right.
The cutoff level,
Yes.
that is 10 plus 2 pass,
Right.
has now come down to, I believe, 55%.
But what you're saying is correct. Most of the people from the metropolitans and all earlier used to join and all that. Now they're looking for different avenues. And then I'm not sure that not many people who are inclined to shipping and then they eventually land up over here. So
No,
the quality is suffering.
No, considering the number of young people passing out every year
Right.
from the 12th standard level
Right.
in India, you will find a lot of people.
Yes.
But the quality
Yes.
as far as education,
Right.
etc. is concerned,
Right.
has come down.
Right.
But then, this is a trend that went on in the Western countries.
Right. Right.
And the top level people
Right.
who are intelligent, they score high marks
Right.
in their passing out exams,
Right.
they are looking at more quality industries.
Yes. Yes.
And in India,
Right.
many avenues have
Right.
opened up.
Right.
So you cannot blame them
Yes.
for looking at greener
Right.
pastures.
Right.
But shipping is always needed.
Yes.
Ships will always sail.
Right.
And now we see that oil prices have crashed to about 50%.
Right.
And what I read about the future of oil
Right.
is not very good.
Right.
So Bergeson incidentally, BW incidentally, they have sold all their VLCCs.
Yes.
And I would imagine that they are a forward-looking company,
Yes.
wanting to be in shipping for long.
Right.
So with the present trend,
Right.
shipment of oil will gradually come down.
Right.
Of course, there are other energy sources available to
Right.
the different countries of the world, and people are tapping into solar and
energy
wind
and
and
alternative energy.
alternate energies. Then gas is coming in a big way.
Right.
So people have to be better qualified in future.
Yes.
You will have ships with lesser crew,
Yes. More automation.
more automation, and shipping during my sailing days, I would say,
Right.
it was hard work, plus it was also fun.
Fun. Now there's so many regulations.
Now the fun is gone
Fun
out of
element,
shipping.
yeah. Yes.
It is, but I have done 10 years, 10 months long.
Yes.
Nowadays you got 4 months,
Yes.
right?
Right.
But you will find, when companies find that there are adequate officers,
Right.
the 10 years will go a little longer.
Right.
It's all a question of
Demand and supply.
demand and supply. Then, now in my retirement,
Yes.
I do miss the excitement
Okay.
of shipping.
But how do you then keep yourself occupied? And
I do a lot of reading on that.
Okay.
I do some traveling because both our kids,
Right.
daughter and son, they are settled in the US.
Okay.
So we visit them.
So how often you are in India and how often you are traveling?
We used to be visiting alternate years,
Okay.
but last couple of years we started going every year.
Okay.
and we have 5 grandkids.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's a pleasure taking care of them. That's a help to our children, you
Yes,
know,
yes.
uh, to our daughter and husband and
Right.
son and wife.
Right,
All are working.
right,
So we build up a relationship with our grandchildren.
right.
And at the same time, I'm sure we are of great help to our children too.
Right, right, right.
And so as long as I can travel,
Of course, of course. So they
I'll
also
keep-
come and visit you.
they also come.
Yes.
But now, you know, when the children are studying in level 3, 4, they can't be away from school. So the period of their vacation
Right.
it's lesser.
Right.
And so I was saying that as long as we can travel, we will go.
That's so
after
you're
that.
keeping yourself occupied. But tell me something. This is the family thing. Are you being sometimes called for some seminars, or do you attend something like this and talk about something? And are you doing something outside within shipping?
In between for about 22, 23 months,
Okay.
I was with a shipping company.
So some consultancy is something like that.
Something like that,
Okay.
yes. So I did that last couple of years, and but I keep in touch with what's going on,
Okay.
and
So how will you differentiate now the shipping now? You said already the shipping now, and it's different than what used to be in those days and all. So how will you? What message will you like to pass on to the youngsters? Because we people have sailed with you, we know you, and you are like a legend. So we know everything. We learned so many things from you. But what can the younger generation who is coming out to sea, stepping out at sea, and they just joined shipping, and what message would you like to give?
I would like to tell everyone that shipping is a good profession.
Right.
It's a challenging profession,
Right.
tough profession, risky profession,
Right.
and at the same time, financially rewarding.
Right.
And so, shipping has helped out a lot of people
Yes.
and their families to do well.
Right.
But like in any profession,
Right.
shipping also has its ups and downs.
Right.
Once you're married,
Yes.
you're a little away from the family, but now the tenures
Are shorter,
are
yeah.
shorter. And so that is the main concern.
Right.
You are away from your family. But it's made up by you being with the family for
Yeah.
an extended leave period, during which you are really on leave.
Yes. You can spend all the time with the family.
You don't take any work home during
Right. Right.
during leave. Of course, you have to do some courses,
Right.
perhaps, and all that. And what a lot of shore people
Right.
are unable to do, you can do.
Right.
Go on holidays,
Right.
have nice homes to live in,
Right.
equip your homes with equipment which are nice and fancy,
Yes.
and all that is available here now.
Right.
During our days, we had to buy it, pass it through customs.
And bring it. Yes.
And bring
Everything
it.
is online.
Now you get it online.
Yes.
So it's that much easier, you know.
Right.
And in many ways, I'm glad that our country has progressed
Right.
over the years.
Right. So how do you look about shipping in the coming years in India and worldwide?
Oh,
The
but
market
as
has
far-
not been good for some time, but there's
No,
hope
the
of
market
revival
has
soon.
been very bad for a long time.
Yes.
And in any downturn in world economy, shipping gets hit hard.
Right. Right.
So the future of shipping will be there, as I said.
Right.
97.5% of the freight is carried by ships.
Yes. Yes.
And
And revival will be there. I mean, in your such a long part of life going in shipping, you will have seen downturns and coming up
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that. So many cycles.
I have seen ships mothballed
Okay.
in Sri Lanka,
Right.
in sometimes in some Indian ports.
Right.
Then ships laid up in different parts of the world.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, they can be reactivated
Yes,
after
of
some
course. Yes.
after dry docking and all
Right.
that. But I have seen severe recessions,
Right.
3, 4 of them.
So this is a good message for the people who are joining and they are feeling that nowadays the market is not good. But of course, there is a,
Now
secondary change.
the market started going down 2007, 2008.
Right.
There was a slight recovery,
Yes.
but not been so good. But now I think it is slowly getting
Yes,
better.
looking maybe 2019 or something. It's got revival.
So the entire scene
Right.
is very challenging,
Yes.
tough,
Yeah.
challenging.
Yes.
But I would say the shipping is a good profession.
Right. So I think
But-
for people, they have to then put a lot of importance on the performance, yes, because if then when there is oversupply, then the people will be picked up, right? And so people need to perform properly and nicely and
I have a very, very important message
Right.
for all seafarers, and I used to include it in my mentoring,
briefing. Okay.
in my briefing. Now, seafarers have a lot of free time.
yes,
What do they do? They can't sit and drink now.
right,
When I was sailing, the liquor locker was full of liquor.
yes,
So, but then everybody was disciplined. You need to train and discipline yourself
yes,
to deal with all kinds of people.
sure,
And it takes a lot of effort
Right.
to deal with people in government, people
Right.
in union,
right,
and you will learn
right,
to walk the fine rope
right, right,
because you want your job done,
yes,
you want no interference,
Right.
and you want to ensure that nobody bothers you
yes,
to bring down your quality.
sure, sure,
Because it is a very tough thing.
Right.
Unions will try, send you people, hamara aadmi ko lo, and all that kind
Right.
of thing.
right,
But it didn't take me very long that if you took one person, they would go out of the office. And at that time,
yes,
they used to empty that guy's pocket of 50,000 rupees
right,
at least.
right,
Why?
Okay.
Because they got a job for him.
right.
I never wanted my name in the headlines.
Right. It has been a privilege and honor to have you on Sea Connect and talking about yourself, your journey. We really look forward for your bright days in the coming days. And we always looked upon you when we were sailing, and now also, like you said, even when now you are not sailing and you're not in the office, we still look upon you. And there's nothing more privilege than having you here on Sea Connect. So
Thank you.
thank you very much for being part of this Sea
Oh,
Connect
yes.
and giving this interview.
And also, I'm so proud when I see that so many officers
Right.
from Bergeson
Right.
are doing very well ashore
Right.
and at sea.
Right.
A lot of company people,
Right.
shipping company people
Right.
who are heading the companies, they are very upset with the loyalty of officers.
Right. Right.
But today,
Yes.
I don't think loyalty is a word in Seafarer's dictionary.
Yes.
But when they see that you are running a quality outfit,
Right.
when they see that justice is done,
Right.
when they see that they will be taken care as well as everybody else,
Right.
there's no partiality,
Right.
there is no harsh treatment
Right.
for people who perform,
Right.
that loyalty builds up on its own.
Sure. Sure. I agree with it. Thank you, Captain Thomas. Thank you.
Thank
So nice to have you. Thank you.